excellent. We've still got people joining, folks, but in the interest of time, we've only got 30 minutes. So let's kick this thing off. As I said, I'm coming to you from the Gold Coast today. So I have been on the road with the Australian Domain Authority, or AUDA, AUDA. They're like the overlords of all of the Australian domain names. So anytime you register a domain name, that goes through a registrant like GoDaddy, and then AUDA, or the Australian Domain Authority, are the ones that oversee that again. So it's been really lovely to be on the road with them and learn what's been going on with the .au websites and with everything that's kind of coming down the pipeline. So obviously, since we last caught up, which was like November last year, it's crazy, isn't it? Since November last year, we've had a lot of movement in the whole AI space, the whole artificial intelligence space. So today's session is going to be all about some really cool tools in that AI space. So give me the thumbs up and let me know that the screen is okay, that you can see what's going on. And we will kick off. Have to head off in 45. That's no worries, Jeff. We'll be done in 30. So we'll be done by midday. So that's the housekeeping out of the way. We'll be done in 30 minutes. So quick acknowledgement of country. I am, as I said, on the Gold Coast today, so not sure what land I'm coming to you from, but either way, I want to pay my respects and acknowledge the elders past, present and emerging of this beautiful country. It's about time they got recognised, and looking forward to seeing what's happening with that. So for those of you who don't know me, there are a few new people on the call, and lovely to see some new faces online. My name is Tracy Sheen. I'm known as the Digital Guide. I'm the author of The End of Technophobia, a practical guide to digitising your business, which won Australian Business Book of the Year, Best Technology Book in 2021. Excited to announce that I'm working on my second book, which is called AI and You. That's the working title. And at this stage, handing it off to the publisher mid-April. So that's pretty exciting. I do a lot of work with the team from Koshi's Business Builders. So heading down there again early March to do another webinar on ChatGPT. A lot of work with, as I said, AUDA, Windows. I'm a certified practicing marketer and the founder of the Small Business Digital Club. So if you don't know who I am, there's some details at the end that you can check me out in more detail in your own time. All right, let's kick off. We've got 10 to get through really quickly. First one I want to let you know about is SuiteDash. Now, we have spoken about this one before. This is something that we use in our business. It is a kind of an all-in-one platform. So it's a CRM, it's a learning management system. It does projects, task management, email automations, client portals. So our digital club is built inside of SuiteDash. You can integrate your email, so you can send directly from SuiteDash. You can take payments, you can do e-signatures, invoicing. There's a whole lot of stuff that this platform does. And I know we've spoken about it before, but the reason I wanted to reintroduce it today is there's a lifetime deal on AppSumo. So if you've looked at this before and you thought, no, not quite ready for it or not quite sure, it's back. And I don't know how much longer it's going to be there. I think it's got a couple of days left. So if this has been on your radar for a while and you're looking for something that kind of ticks all the boxes, it's a big platform. It does take a while to get your head around, and we do a lot of training with individuals now around SuiteDash, but it's definitely worth looking at if you have been looking for a gap to plug around CRMs and things. So that's the first one, SuiteDash. The next one is Branalyzer. Now, if you've heard of Moz or SEMrush or even Uber Suggest, you'll kind of be aware of what I'm about to talk about. Effectively, it's an all-in-one brand analyzer. So it allows you to plug in your website details, and it compares you to how you're sitting in terms of your competition. It'll look for backlinks and tell you what's going on there. It gives you SEO information like keyword planners, things like that. Really neat little platform. And again, it's on a lifetime deal on AppSumo. So I was subscribing to SEMrush and I have subscribed to Moz in the past, and they're hundreds of dollars a month. So at the moment, this is a lifetime deal on AppSumo. I've grabbed it and yet to kind of plug it all in, but I've had a really good look at it, and it kind of does everything that Moz and SEMrush do. So if you've been looking for something to kind of just hover over the top of everything and do that brand sanity check for you and just let you know how you're going and how you're tracking, Branalyzer is something that would be worthwhile checking out. All right, the next one is Eurekaa. Now, this is another platform that I've purchased recently. And this is around, the reason I got this one is because I'm ideating on the second book, right? So I've been thinking about, well, what else is going on? Who else is writing books in this space? Who else is creating courses in this space? What's that looking like? So Eurekaa actually collates all of that information for you, including Google Trend data, keyword planners, etc. And then it pulls it all together for you and gives you a list of everyone who's doing courses on this particular subject or books. So it accesses the world's largest book repository and will collate all of that information for you in real time around here's all of the books, here's all of the things that are going on. Really, really clever platform. And yes, absolutely working on AI. So definitely one to check out if courses, content planning, that kind of thing is your jam. I'm just going to check in with the Q&A here. Could ChatGPT do this for you? Kind of, but the thing with ChatGPT, Claire, is that it currently is closed at 2021, so it has no input, no data after. I think it's about July or September 2021, whereas this is in real time. So it's current information. All right. So the next one, I'm just being attacked by nature. The next one here is Mark Copy. And Mark Copy is similar to ChatGPT, but the design of Mark Copy is to create SEO flavored content. So whereas ChatGPT will just give you content unless you specifically say, I'm looking to rank for these keywords, etc. Whereas Mark Copy is all about powering the content around SEO. So there's a bunch of templates and briefs that you can just access and say, you know, I want to write a longer form blog on this, or I want to be writing about website content or whatever. It will create those contents based around those blogs. So as it says, over 20 optimized content templates. So I want to write a 750 word blog. It will kind of, you know, say plug in the keywords, and then it goes ahead. Now it does use ChatGPT as its basis, but it does some stuff that's a little bit different, including checking for plagiarism. So there's a lot of alternatives, you know, kind of pushing up against ChatGPT now. And Mark Copy was one that I liked the look of. Art Smart is the next one, and this is around AI-generated images. So you may have heard of Midjourney or DALL-E, so DALL-E or double E. Art Smart is another one in that kind of genre. And the idea with this is it will help you create your visuals for any kind of branding materials, marketing, etc. So it is one of those ones that you text to create the images, but there's some presets there. But what I also like is you can upload photos. So you can upload your own images. So let's say you have, well, for me, like retro images or robots, etc. I can upload those and then ask it to tweak them based on a set of parameters that I give it. You can also schedule and auto share. It's got an inbuilt planner, so I could share it with team members or schedule it directly to my social medias or to my website, etc. from there. So ArtSmart's a cool one to have a look at. Pipio is another one that's getting a lot of chat around the place at the moment. So it's AI generated video content. So similar to, you might have heard of Synthesia or Pictory. So it's another one kind of in that area. And again, it's got a bunch of AI avatars, over 825 voices and accent options, 79 languages. You can voice the actor or the avatar yourself. You can create your own avatar, so you can pick and choose different pieces and build an avatar, add music elements, etc. So you go in and say, I want to create a 90-second video for social media. You build your avatar, you choose your voice, you choose your accent, write the content in and it will create the video for you. So Pipio, again, is on a lifetime deal on AppSumo at the moment, whereas Synthesia and some of the other ones are a pay by the month. Let me just check in with, we've got some questions coming in. So let me just double check all of these. Oh, Valerie, hello, lovely from Atlanta. Welcome. I think you're our first Atlantean to join us. So a very big g'day from down under. Cody is the next one I want to talk about. Now, this one's really cool. I've been playing with this, and I think this one, probably out of all of them today, to be honest, apart from SuiteDash, I see has the biggest potential for immediate impact inside a business. Now, this is a trainable AI. So the concept with this is you upload your documents, your policies, your procedures, your blogs, your social media content, all of your content, you upload it to Cody, and then you ask Cody questions. So let's say, for example, you have a new VA starting or a new team member starting. You can just sit them down in front of Cody and they could say, what's our social media policy? And Cody will look through all of your documents and then answer that person and go, here's our policy for LinkedIn, and it will cite the different documents that it's pulled that information from. So really, really quickly, I was blown away when I started playing with this because I can really quickly see that this can have such a dramatic impact on a business, right? To be able to just kind of go, what are the perks of working for the digital guide? And it'll come up and say, you get your birthday off every year, you get this, you get that, et cetera, et cetera. And here's the sources that I found. How do I put in for sick leave? It will deliver the document to say, here's the policy for sick leave, here's the form that you need to complete, and, here's where you need to submit it. So really, really quickly, I can see this thing making such a huge impact for businesses. In fact, I'm off to Mackay and the Whit Sundays, not to brag, but hey, someone's got to do it. Off to Mackay and the Whit Sundays in the next couple of weeks. And one of the things I'm doing is actually starting to train councils and organizations on using Cody, ChatGPT, and a few of these tools. So you can see that these are now really starting to infiltrate some of these organizations. All right, let's talk Synthesia. Do you know the URL for Cody off the top of your head? I do not, but if you type in cody.ai, I think it's Meet Cody. Maybe I do know it. Check it out for me. Maybe if Pete's listening, he can try typing in Meet Cody, and if that's right, you can pop the link in the box for you. Thanks, Michelle. Okay, Synthesia. So this one is similar to Pipio that we talked about a moment ago. This one is the one that's been getting all the buzz. Now, if you were on one of my original AI webinars where I did the panel, we played that initial Synthesia video that we created, the royal we, Peter, created for us very, very quickly. I think it was about a 5-minute workup for like this 90-second video. So super easy to use, over 100 avatars. Again, create your custom avatars. Now, this has more languages than Pipio, okay? So 120 plus accents, and it does the closed captions immediately. It's got its built-in screen recorder library, etc. So a little bit more availability and detail on Synthesia than Pipio, but Synthesia is a monthly subscription. Pipio is lifetime deal, okay, on AppSumo. So have a look at what your needs are and maybe have a play with both, because you can certainly play with Synthesia for free before you sign up for it. And so to confirm, good memory. All right, that doesn't normally happen. So don't test me 2 in a row. Lift GPT. Okay, this one only works if you are a Chrome user. But what this does, really neat, it's a Chrome extension that will allow you to save and share your ChatGPT conversations. So one of the issues we've got at the moment utilizing ChatGPT is your conversations are stored within your account. And if I want to share that with somebody, I have to copy and paste it into another document, share that across, and I can't do anything in live time. So this GPT is a Chrome extension that gets around that. Will allow you to share a private link, to say, hey, Jeff, I want you to have a look at this. Jeff can come in on the conversation. We can then, you know, have a play with what's going on in ChatGPT in real time. It's got a freemium model. So yes, it starts free. Depending on how much you want to use it, will go up from there. You can save messages. It's got a bunch of inbuilt prompts pre-created in there. And as I said, it is purely a Chrome extension. So we're going to start to see a lot of these different things kind of plugging into the AI to make our lives easier. So obviously Microsoft Bing is trialing their beta version of ChatGPT built into their own Internet Explorer, which is Bing. And it's got its own issues at the moment, but we're going to start to see some of these things like List GPT pop in and start to make our lives that little bit easier connecting things into ChatGPT and the likes. The last one I want to talk to you about is Fireflies. Now, Fireflies, I'd be interested to know if anyone's actually using this one or not, because this one's getting a lot of media as well. Notice I purposely didn't swap the screen before I took a drink there, because you all would have read ahead. So it's around automating your meeting notes. Now, we're all jumping onto Zoom and everything still so frequently, but trying to remember what the meetings are about, take notes, create an agenda, do all of that kind of stuff. It's so time consuming. So Fireflies allows you to invite Fireflies to the meeting. It will record, transcribe, analyze voice conversations, record the video, record the audio. You can turn them into agendas. You can turn them into transcripts, action items, tasks, questions, etc., and then just share it and collaborate with your co-workers or with your stakeholders, with your friends, whoever it is that you're catching up with. So really super simple, really lovely to use. I've used it and been on calls where it is being used. It just shows up, you know, Tracy's recording this conversation or Firefly's recording this conversation, and kind of seamless after that, really, to be perfectly honest. Works very, very well. So this one has become very popular with a lot of my government clients. You can imagine how many meetings councils, state and federal sit in on. So this one's becoming very, very popular. So we're just trying to find out at the moment if this fits in with the right fit for risk, which is one of the requirements that a lot of the government organisations have. All right. Gosh, I get through these quick, don't I? Let's go back. Let's go back through the 10, and then I've got a couple of other things to share with you as a bit of bonus content. So we talked about SuiteDash. Remember, that's the one that I'm using. That's the CRM. It's a client portal. It does task management, projects, learning management, e-signatures, invoicing. It's kind of this big all-in-one app. You can white label it, right? So we can, if you use it, we can white label our portal as the Clarity Coach or as Heathcote Gin Distillery, and then share it out. So much potential with SuiteDash. Really, really big program. The only thing I will say to you is if SuiteDash is of interest to you, please take the time to invest to embed it properly, because it's a big program. It will change the way you do business. Second one, Branalyzer. This is the one that takes up against Moz and SEMrush and the likes. Will allow you to analyze what's going on with your brand, compare what you're doing with your competitors in the market, how you're ranking, how you're tracking, backlinks, what's going on there, SEO information, all of that kind of stuff. So really, really nice little program on AppSumo at the moment as a lifetime deal. So grab that one. Eurekaa is the one for people that are interested in course creation, content creation, writing a book, doing anything like that, and just want to be able to suck all of the data really, really easily and pull it together. So it just, you know, accesses the library, does everything for you, Google Trend data, keyword planner, all of that kind of stuff, pulls it all together really, really quickly. I picked this one up on AppSumo. And I'm loving it for not just my book ideation, but also the ongoing short courses, micro-credentials, skills education. I'm looking at you guys. Perfect for you, Michelle. All right, Mark Copy, AI-powered SEO writer, kind of like ChatGPT, right? But will really, really structure things around the SEO components, which is so important. Going to be more important as we transition our way through the AI universe. Got a bunch of optimized content templates built in, your briefs there that you can write. So if you're sending it off to a VA, you can just write up the brief and shed it and send it on. We'll check for plagiarism. You can use it for social media content, blogs, websites, white papers, a whole lot of different stuff. ArtSmart is the AI generated images. So we'll do your visuals for marketing and branding, allows you to upload images and then, you know, change this image based on that type of thing. You can schedule, auto share, etc. with the inbuilt planner. So ArtSmart is a nice one for the visual creators. Pipio is one of the video ones that we talked about, similar to Synthesia that we talk about in a minute. So AI generated video content, bunch of avatars, 825 voices, accents, 79 languages, lots and lots of stuff there. So Pipio would be a great start if you wanted to grab something cheap. Now, this is really new too. So the interesting thing with Pipio that I was reading is it's getting really big reviews, and they have a lot of stuff planned on their roadmap. So I kind of feel like Pipio is going to go head to head with Synthesia pretty quickly, but this is a lifetime deal. So if you're prepared to just throw, you know, $100 at it to give it a crack, I reckon Pipio's a really good deal right now. I'm just going to check in on the Pip. Excellent, thank you. So Peach is saying he's going to put all of the links in the recording. Cody, meet Cody. I love this one. I am blown away by how much I think this is just going to change the way that we do business. So this is the one where you can upload all of your own documents, policies, procedures, blogs, case studies, white papers, everything, and then ask Cody questions like you do with ChatGPT right now, and it will pull the information from your own resources and then cite where it's getting all of those relevant bits of information. You can customize it too for different users, which I love. So you could upload everything, but then say, I only want Claire to be able to access the marketing information, or I only want Nicole to be able to access the admin stuff, or Jeff for the finance stuff. So you can narrow it down what people can look at, but create this really, really robust intranet for yourself as well. Okay, 7 minutes to go. Synthesia, we talked about, it's kind of the big daddy to Pipio at the moment. So this is the one that really videos from text, create your custom avatars. It's got a built-in screen recorder, library, closed captions included. So it's that step up from Pipio right now, but this is your pay by the month version. ListGPT is the Chrome extension that allows you to save and share your chat GPT conversations. So you share a private link, you can save the messages. It's got inbuilt prompts, and it's that freemium model. So it starts free and goes up from there. And then the last one we talked about today was Fireflies, and I think Fireflies is pretty magic as well. And I know it's not the only one out there, but, you know, hey, let's talk Fireflies. So it's the one that will automate your meeting notes. So records, transcribes, searches, you know, does everything you kind of need a meeting assistant to do. Set your action items, tasks, questions, any other metrics that you deem relevant. And all you do is invite it to the meeting, and then you can collaborate that information with the people that were on the meeting. So that's it for the top 10 this month. We've got 6 minutes to go. I've got a couple of other things I want to talk to you about. While I'm doing that, I'd love to know in the chat which were the one or the ones for you that you're like, okay, that's gold, I'm going to check that one out. Love to hear what you're playing around with as well. So if you found an AI platform that you're having a bit of fun with right now, pop it in the chat and let me know. All right, so first thing that I want to tell you about is, if you're unaware, that I am doing a free webinar on March the 8th with the team from Koshy's Business Builders, and that's the Small Business Guide to ChatGPT. So it's going to be Seth, the executive producer for Koshy's Business Builders, and I sitting down having a bit of a chat and a bit of a play around ChatGPT. What are its uses? What are its problems? How can we use it better? If you're interested in joining that one, it's completely free. I'm going to leave that on the screen while I look at the chat. That's the QR code that will take you directly to the registration page. You just have to sign up to come in. So what have we got here? We've got Jeff's going to have a play with Meet Cody, and he's playing with Meet Geek. Okay, I'll have to look at that one. That sounds pretty, love the name, Meet Geek. All right, sounds like you're talking to me already. List GPT for Michelle, like the simplicity of a plugin. Fantastic. Sue Pipio, excellent. So you're going to have a play with Pipio. And Namala, wants to know more about the Sumo app? Sure. Nicole, does SuiteDash also incorporate a booking system? It has a calendar system, if that's what you mean, but happy to have a separate conversation. And Claire's saying SuiteDash hasn't broken me. She's actually enjoying it. I love that. I didn't think it would break you. I knew you would rise to the challenge, Claire Voighton. All right, the last thing I want to share with you is our What's On calendar is live now on the website. As you're aware, I put out a lot of free content every month, whether it's, you know, webinars, in-person events, whatever that is. So there is the QR code. You are welcome to come along to any of the stuff that you see on there. Some of it you will find is restricted just for our digital club, but if you click on one of the links, it will certainly take you to give you more information on what that looks like. But a lot of in-person events coming up, a lot of online content as well. So there's a bit of a mix for everybody. And I would tell you when things get recorded as well. So if you can't make it live, but you're still interested in knowing what it's about, love to see you register for some of those events and help you out where we can. All right, folks, I did it. We did it in under 30 minutes. We went through it twice. There's my details. If we're not connected, please do make sure that you drop me an email. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I am Tracy Sheen on LinkedIn, and all the links, when you get the slide deck, are clickable, so you can just go straight through. Just drop me a little note if you connect with me on LinkedIn. Hey, I was on this webinar, just so I know that you're not going to try and sell me your VA services afterwards. And there's my link for Facebook. I'd love for you to spread the word about these workshops or these top 10 tech tips each month. They are on last Thursday of every month at 11:30 Queensland time. They only go for 30 minutes. As you can see, we jam as much in as we can in that 30 minutes. I'd love for you to share it and invite your mates to come along. The more people that know about this stuff and start using it, the more that we can help and raise the understanding of everybody. So we've got Sue, Michelle's already sharing the stuff. Love that, Michelle. You guys are awesome. And we've also got another Michelle saying, thanks, Tracy. Really appreciate all the sifting you've done to find us the best technologies. That's my job. That's what I do. All right, 32 minutes to go. So let's talk a little bit about AppSumo for Namala, I think it was. So AppSumo is a website that collates, well, people can go on and sell their programs, their platforms, that kind of stuff. So if you Google AppSumo, also happy to put a link in the recording, you'll find there's a lot of lifetime deals, meaning that you're not paying every month. You pay once and you can, you know, have a play with it. Now, some hit, some miss. So what I tend to do for these webinars is I will sift through what comes up each month and I'll make a judgment call. I'll have a play with them. I'll buy a lot of this stuff. I'll, you know, delete it. I'll use it. And then I'll let you know what's been worthwhile and what hasn't. But certainly another website worth keeping an eye on, AppSumo, AppSumo. That's it. Let me check the chat. I'm going to hit stop share. I'll come back into the chat here. You are most welcome, Namala. All right, fantastic. So we've got people checking out Pipio. We've got people checking out SuiteDash. We've got people checking out List GPT, Meet Cody. No one said Fireflies. That kind of surprises me, to be honest, but I love Fireflies. Doesn't mean you have to. Have a great day. I'm off to present for the Australian Domain Authority, and I will see you all next month for the next top 10 tech tips. Take care. Have a great month. See ya.